Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Songs of Conquest, where today we're moving on to Mission 3 in the Rana campaign, The Marsh Gives Life, and I think I'm going to leave the difficulty on worthy. Some people might say that we only got through the last mission because I accidentally figured out a way to paralyze the AI, but I'm sure we'll be able to handle whatever this throws at us, right? We can turn it down later, right? I think. Well, listen, it's going to be fine. Everything's fine. We're going to be fine. Rask, Cheekum, and Rulak stepped out of the crumbling portal, followed by the Ethdraw and Rana. Warriors, younglings, and elders crowded out of the archway, homeless and no longer safe without the barrier of fire they lived behind. There was a heavy humidity in the air, and ancient ruins were overgrown with thick vines. They had arrived deep in the marsh, deeper than any of them had dared travel before. Rask, first rider, I've studied the legends about you. A wielder will awaken, and they will know the old ways as if they had merely slumbered. I didn't slumber. I worked in the Barian mines and watched helplessly as our people were enslaved. Yes, as the prophecy foretold, but I did not see. The coals of the rider, banked and buried, will blaze forth from one ember and spark the fire that will awaken the marsh, and the Rana will ascend. I always thought that ember was the Ethdraw, but it was you. I really dig his whole, shoot, I was gonna say Toka look, but now I don't remember. Which one was Toka and which one was Razor? Anyway, yeah, those of you who saw the second live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie back when I was a kid, no, this is a whole vibe here. Well, there's a problem with your legend, Pcha. I'm not the first. You're a wielder, and have been for a long time. A long, long time ago, I thought I was the one the legend told of, but I was clearly not. Since that realization, I've been studying and exploring our marsh, searching for the wielder of legend. Legends won't drive the Barians from our marsh. They won't protect our younglings and our elders. What have you discovered that will aid us now? Do not discard our history so lightly. Legends tell us that when the evil human wielder Aurelia invaded the marsh, the dragons fought side by side with Rana. We pushed that first wave of humans back. Only later did the Empress curse the marsh and destroy our way of life. How does that help us? Every Rana youngling knows from the egg that the dreaded Murkoth hunted down and killed every dragon. Perhaps not. That's why I've brought you here. I've discovered an ancient dragon egg. I think this will be the key to raising the dragons. A dragon's egg? After all this time? Where is it? Let's go there at once. It is guarded by undead horrors that rose out of the bog. Together we must find our way through the portals of this place, defeat the undead, and claim the egg. Go to the watchtower to the east, and you can see it with your own eyes. Okay, yeah, that sounds important. Let's do that. But first, look at all this free loot. Also, archway portals and whatnot. I probably should have grabbed this thing first, so I'm not just walking back and forth across the entrance. It's a shame we couldn't box up any of the resources that we had from the last the last environment, because sure would be we did have an awful lot of stuff, right? I guess right now our army is pretty thin. Also, it involves a unit that we've not seen before. Okay, so ranged unit with ambush seems pretty good. Well, I guess let's hit this watchtower. So yeah, that's a nightmare there. Horrors indeed. Oh, I should probably start actually building stuff. I mean, we know we're gonna need gatherers, and obviously money's important too, but we're gonna have to get a lot of buildings up. Okay, we can see. I was curious why this was lit up already. I kind of assumed that if you didn't have the appropriate building, it would be grayed out, but it's not for whatever reason. Probably because of the fact that this tab actually represents multiple buildings. Probably it's just that we don't have them all yet. More undead guarding our history. Well, we can defeat them, but why are they rising all over the marsh? Until recently, we'd never seen or heard of these enemies. The path to peace is ever twisting like an old stream, Rask. Why can we not find friends at every turn instead of new and stranger enemies? We should send warnings to all the tribes. We don't have any messengers to spare, but we can sound the drums and spread the message throughout the marsh. What of our friend, Captain Silkspool? We should warn him of the undead. We owe him our lives, Rask. You're right, Cheekum. Use the archway portal the way Mary instructed us and find Captain Silkspool. That's interesting. This didn't really happen. I wonder if we missed out on something because we didn't interact with Mary until after it seemed like she got killed by the necromancers. Well, I mean, we didn't interact with her before that, obviously, because we didn't do it afterward either. When you warn him of the undead rising, see if he'll make a contract with us to be allies, fighting the undead together. Allies and friends light the darkness of night. I will assist Rask here to recover the egg. The marsh provides. Take care, Cheekum. The marsh gives life, Rask. I hope there's life in that old dragon egg, and a new life for all of us. Alright, some clumsy dialogue a little bit here and there. With those words, Cheekum led some of the hunters back through the archway portal on a mission to find Captain Silkspool. Okay. The view from the tower is spectacular. That's what we're calling that, huh? Alright, so what's this guy's deal? We have attuned, just a lot of extra essence to work with. Big spell damage resistance. Big ranged resistance. Yeah, wow, this is a powerful leader. 6 points of command, tier 3 arcana spells, tier 2 creation spells. Yeah, significant. And Rod of the Roots. Okay, so does... Yeah, we still have all of the extra gear from before. Let's pass some stuff over. No reason for you to be walking around with slots empty. I'm gonna take that off. It doesn't seem like we're dealing with a lot of ranged enemies, right? We don't have any good gloves, but we do have gloves. And yeah, riding boots will have to do. I do have kind of just a lot of garbage, actually, as far as items go. Alright. So we gotta make it over to that dragon egg at some point. Before we go portaling out of here, obviously we want to recap everything. I may as well have you touch the waterfall. A little bit of extra movement. Okay. So important stuff to do over there. This is absolutely worth the build. And that's still happening. Okay. Do we know... Okay, the Cheloon Sanctuary gets us... Cheloon. Do we know another large building now? We do. Smoldering Cave is how you get Ethdraw, and it doesn't seem to require anything. This Cheloon Sanctuary requires a Shaman Tent and a Fungus Farm to really level all the way up. It's a little bit of a shame that you can't like mouse over the unit here or click on it to get its stats. It at least shows you what the essence is. But I don't actually know what a Cheloon Elder is or how valuable they'll be. Okay, you can... That's weird that you can get it by mousing over the name, but not by mousing over the unit. So, okay, they have an ability to just fire all of their essence. They have natural range resistance from their shells. And they're pretty beefy. Okay, yeah, they seem super good and worth having. I mean, we want to build a fungus farm anyway, right? Sorry, on the small site. Apparently I'm allowed to build this. Do we already have... I guess we already have the tech for... Oh, no, this finished is why we could do... Yep, that makes sense. It is a new turn, isn't it? All right, we got to get some threads that we can actually make use of this petrified tree. And we have some wolves nearby. How much wolf are we talking about here? How dangerous is wolf? Not very. Our units don't seem very good, is a thing I'm noticing. But I guess a small number of wild wolves also not very good. We do have Ethdraw. So... these things deal 8 to 12 damage each with a 20% bonus. Okay, I mean, I think we can just... I'm not, like, eager to sacrifice these units, but, you know. Do that, because I definitely want to do... I want to do a ranged path here that expends a lot of movement points. And I don't want to be attacking up onto the high ground. Yeah. Pretty decent. The Ethdraw have good range. It's interesting that they seem to be... They seem to... Oh, yeah, Glimmerweave for sure. In the situation we're in. They don't seem to have an upgraded form. Or maybe we just don't get access to it yet. I didn't actually cap that. Well, whatever. We'll get to it. Okay, that's built. Let's go ahead and grab this space. Mud huts, I think, are pretty early. That's why I wanted to make sure we got the gatherer. These are a pretty early priority for us, and I might want to just not spend any more money this turn so we can get them started. Let's have Rask go up and hit the petrified tree. Yeah, I don't think archery is terribly compelling. It is very much like magic resistance 2 versus command 7. Magic resist seems pretty important overall in this campaign, but also sure is fun to have lots of units. I'm going to take the magic resist for now, I suppose, while we're still short on ways to recruit troops and stuff. Sadly, we don't have enough thread now for him to benefit as well, but we'll get there. All right, you hold on. Okay, so we need to save or pick up enough gold. That is not enough gold. All right, you can go touch the watchtower. That's how we're going to do that. And you're out of movement. Okay. Definitely feel strongly about the mud huts, and then... Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't start with any unit producing buildings. Well, let's press out through the portal and see what's what. We might be able to get a little bit more work done without needing more troops yet. Okay, the bog is visited for the moment. Yeah, it's a very cool shell design. Can you get through this turn? Nope. Okay. Fine. I mean, do I want to collapse this into one army? That would probably be a smart thing to do, right? And I guess if I'm going to do that... Rask is really a lot more powerful as a leader. Yeah, alright. We'll take your troops. Please give me both of the Chaloon. I guess you can keep your shamans. There's 3 shamans is not enough to actually do anything anyway. I am uneasy leaving the elders and younglings behind. They have lived in security so long. They know nothing of the dangers the Barians present. Your care does you credit, Ralak, but they are Rana. We're stronger than what the world would have us believe. How easy to say for one who wields essence as you do. You have nothing to lose with this violent path you've set us all upon. You're right. I lost everything long ago, but I'll make sure that no other Rana will lose what I lost. These Ravagers are probably recruitable, right? Let's hope so. Yeah, cool. Welcome aboard, friends. Get you upgraded to proper riders as soon as we can. Okay, and we're seeing a lot of portals. How many rats in a bunch of hordes of rats? Just like really a lot. Like a probably pretty unsafe number to attack. I would love to go get all of that loot. But why don't we just turn around and gather some of this stuff for the moment? So the thing that we saw across the river here is an orange portal. We can see a green and a pink from where we are, and also a bluer blue. There's not really a good reason for you to touch the stone circle. You won't be doing any battles anytime soon. Let's pick up some resources. Oh, that's a cliff, actually. Okay, well then you are going this way. Yeah, I didn't realize this was a cliff. I thought we'd be able to walk down here. Okay. So we'll have to come back for the rats. Found ourselves a bunch of humans with whom, classically, we do not get along very well. I guess let's head through the horde of rats direction first. Feels like my troops have very poor initiative. What's going on with the initiative, friends? 5, 20. You guys are even on 30. It's not really that we have low initiative, it's that these enemies have a lot more initiative. They're just really fast. How much movement do you get? 5. So if we do that... So it seems like I should be able to come down here and just squash this small stack pretty easily. Do some pretty decent damage there. 7... So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we can't make it all the way around to here to use all of our movement points evenly. I'm going to throw 3 stacks of aggression on you. I don't know if that even changed the number of kills I got there. Alright. We're taking tiny little losses here and there, but it's gonna add up, and every loss we take, of course, reduces our ability to kill enemies in one shot, and thus increases the losses we will take in future battles. So we gotta be wary of this stuff. Our army getting chipped away at slowly. It does not, for the moment, seem like there's much reason for Pacha to follow us. I'm going to send Pacha back home to recruit troops and ferry them forward. Also, speaking of other wielders... Nope, the third wielder from the last map is just not present, not available. So it turns out not to matter whether you level that one up or not. I would absolutely like to be generating those. Okay, we need a lot of everything still. So, we saw that in order to get a Chaloon Sanctuary going, we have to have a Shaman tent as well. Yeah, this leaves us with no stone income from the town itself, which is maybe like a little worrying. But we'll probably find a stone mine somewhere eventually. Okay. Also, we can build an exchange. I sure do like beast corrals. We're just not going to be able to build everything here. We have to accept that. I think we'll do the Chaloon Sanctuary. I'm eager to try out the new units. All right, wood and amber. Here we have, honestly, maybe just the gold. That's not a terrible weapon, but it's not a weapon we would actually equip over what we have, so. A puddle of Rana troops. Hell yeah. Absolutely welcome aboard, everybody. Let's swing around here. We definitely need to hit this stone deposit before we even think about that portal. And yeah, your job is just going to be to hang out over here for the moment. Do I want to build up a smoldering cave? It is interesting that the Ethdraw are only a single essence troop. Seem powerful though. We could build an exchange. No, let's make a smoldering cave happen. Alright, and then you can draft stuff. Do I want to draft the unimproved versions of the troops? I guess there's no reason to be in a hurry with such small amounts of units. We can wait a little while before we make any moves to bring stuff to the front. Okay, very fancy treasure chest, just has gold in it. Oh, okay, and also a bunch of other stuff. Never mind. Definitely taking that glimmer weave. So you can run over to the tree now. Positioning. Your troops gain +1 troop movement duration until end of round. What does that mean? Is it a button that we press, or like what starts the duration running? I'm gonna take it. It might be for like the first battle, for the first round of the battle, right? That would make sense with the name, but it's weird that it doesn't say as explicitly as I would like. Okay, even if we can't necessarily jump all these stacks around here, there's a bunch of neutral buildings. There is a whole unseen society village, though, that we probably do want to get onto sooner rather than later. All right, well, this can be your big concern for this turn. So we're short a little bit of glimmer weave. I'm a little reluctant to spend. So let's see here. We need 5 celestial ore and 5 glimmer weave. So as long as we don't go down below 5 celestial ore, I feel okay. So what else do we want to upgrade? Upgrading the fungus farm is, you know, fine. Yeah, this is also fine to do. And then let's just make sure we're dealing with the best here. I really want to get that mud hut upgrade going. Is there a threat around here? Not obviously. Alright, we secured income for everything except thread, which is a little bit of a bummer. This crumbling tower gives a bunch of knowledge. Okay. We can probably deal with these fools. So unfortunately, these units of riders just on the outskirts here, I think, are the only ones who are going to be able to reach any enemies. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll be able to shoot, obviously, a little bit. I guess just, like, run up to right outside the edge of their range. Like, take up a spot on the high ground where they will shoot at you less effectively. We want to bait them into forward movement here, right? And then, like... Wow, why are you so fast? What on earth? Yeah, they just have that much movement. Okay. Well then, I want to get pretty far forward here. Actually, sorry, all the way forward. Maybe I should have used the aggression. Oof, my riders. Okay, you can get where you're going. These guys have 7 health each. So this is going to kill 10 of them. There we go. That'll cut the stack in half. That's a little rough. We lost way more riders than I would have liked. We might have to wait for more troops to get ferried forward before we can make moves against any of the nearby settlements. But we do get to steal whatever's in this pot, I guess. That's something. Alright, upgrade your troops, and let's draft just whatever we can, and we'll run them forward. That said, it's gonna, it's gonna take a second to get up there. I guess we just move to like right here. Yeah, this is a little awkward. Let's remove probably the 10 hunters. For these, do I want to drop my 2 riders for 3 crawlers? The riders are upgraded, and that is... I mean, they are certainly powerful. 10 to 15 damage each. You know what? Maybe not for right now, because it's such a small number of crawlers as well. But yeah, that's helpful. It's a little bit more gas with which to threaten these human settlers. I guess let's hit this shrine first. The shrine marks the visit of Aurelia on the 5th anniversary of the death of her beloved son Cornelius. The people of Patriam, loyal subjects to the Empress, gathered here to share in her grief and renew their oath. Okay, initiative and movement, that's something. Humans had made their home here, deep in the marsh. A large number of human peasants armed with crossbows came out to face the Rana. Swamplings, go back or we'll open fire. We're simple farmers and have no quarrel with you, but we will defend our home. No, the marsh is our home, and we want it back. Okay, I was kind of hoping we could just, you know, make a deal. You know, like, hey, what if we just, like, everybody wants to live here, we all just do it together. But apparently that is not in the cards. Alright, 4 stacks of militia is a little scary. They can move... Do they really only have 2 movement? Wow. Okay, so we don't have to put ourselves in range at all. And in fact, I wonder if the smart play is in fact to just wait a bunch because of the fact that we have... a wielder and they don't. Just like make use of my magic. Okay, you can go this far forward without disrupting anyone. Without making yourself vulnerable. You can get to like right here and then we'll just... nobody's going to enter ambush range, but... Yeah, if they can only move their range forward twice... Let's put you... like... here. I'm gonna mostly just wait. Interesting that those two chose not to move at all. I don't think that's right. I think that's a bad play. Okay, these ones have come close enough. I think we're gonna rush them. I mean, rush is a strong word. You know what I mean. I think we're going to move forward a smallish amount. It's a shame I couldn't get one space further forward, because then we could have done a swap and then Breath of the Phoenix to both of them at the same time. As things stand, what is the right way to approach this? Because I sure wish I could actually get everybody into combat. The riders are going to be able to do their thing. The ranged units are going to be able to do their thing. It's pretty much just you. Who can't get where you're going? Well, nothing for it, I suppose. If they can move 2 tiles, these guys are going to be able to hit pretty far down. I might even just have you stay put. Alright, you are a really good runner. Yeah, I guess we want to start softening up the bigger stack. You can move 2 tiles forward, which means this tile will not be under attack. Then we can run in our own ranged. This is going to kill 15. Kind of thinking maybe we just have you wait. We can have this one run all the way down here. Chop that dude. Yeah, and do so quite safely. Acid Cloud is really just not that impressive damage-wise. Alright, at this point, there's nothing but charging all the way forward, right? I guess I should be focusing on the one that still has the ability to shoot. Target troop randomly attacks a troop adjacent to it. You know what? Okay, right, because it was a melee attack, it didn't spend their ammo. That's what I was trying to do there. I was trying to be clever and have them hit each other in a way that really mattered. We got Fireball. Fireball is pretty solid. Yeah, there we go. Because, like, if they wanted to keep farming and just give us tribute or whatever, that seems like it would have been an okay deal. That's a pretty stark difference there. Okay, well, let's convert this, please. I suppose, you know what? I should have had this guy do that. Well, whatever. He can run around and pick up some improvements, I guess. Really just the crumbling tower, right? And the cairn. And then head back home. And speaking of back home, that's finished building now. So the thing I really want to build next is a Chaloon sanctuary. Get all of our incomes going. All of our troop incomes. Yeah, I guess it's best that you're not waiting in the thing, because we do want you to run back and go get some more troops. Alright, Pacha just needs to back up over to here. So we definitely don't need these both to be fungus farms. I kind of want to keep the exchange, I think. It's nice to have access to some of that. But, like, do I want to rip this down and make it a rally point, maybe? Nah, we'll keep this up for the moment. We could just use the extra income. And we can build a rally point, like, further forward. When the time comes for that sort of thing. Okay, wordlessly, they just want to fight. I want to make sure that my slow-moving units are close enough to be able to do stuff. Alright. I'm probably overthinking this, given the number of enemy troops that we saw there. Wow, just right up into my deadly range, huh? That's certainly a way to do things. I don't love swinging from low to high, but yeah. Guards will be able to withstand a pretty decent chunk of that. And you guys can't really do anything about this. Wait a second. Okay, so if I run you forward, I am denying my riders the ability to attack. That's probably worth it. I don't know that I really want the riders to get up in this right now anyway. They'll just die, right? It's pretty beautiful. Hopefully we can just like roll forward over a lot of the standing armies in this area without having to wait very long. And then we can try to take this thing after we get the next shipment of troops. There's not really a reason for me to clear the other Fey Gathering right now. Those guys are looking a little bit more impressive. As are these ones. I mean, that seems like it should be fairly doable. Alright, we got purple guys using the orange portal. Gotta make sure to check in with the bog every so often. So it is 5 Glimmerweave. We have a market now. Let's go ahead and purchase my 3 Glimmerweave. And now that we have that upgraded, okay, there we go. We can bring in some decent units. We're already at 2,500 gold, which is nice, or 2,500 gold per turn. I mean, yeah, I don't know It kind of seems like we should be able to handle this. I'm going to go for it. If we lose the battle, we'll have to reload a save. Probably don't need to be all that far back. Okay, let's see how they set up. I could just play back and try to take advantage of our magic, obviously. All right, they are going to be able to maul whoever steps up to fight. Or we could just keep our people in defensive positions. I kind of like that, actually. Just let this guy have his charge, because the damage output from these things is not super amazing, especially if we haven't hit them yet. Although I guess we will be hitting them. Well, whatever. I think it's fine. Will this still be active next round during this guy's turn, I wonder? This is a good sort of low stakes time to find out. We know you may as well get your poison on. We don't have to worry about essence or anything. If I drop his initiative from 38 to 28, it actually just puts him behind the F draw. Yeah, it doesn't hardly changes things at all. The guards in the F draw would go before him. I don't think there's a reason to do that. The explosive fungi aren't very good. I think we're just saving, honestly. You can just wait, actually. You are gonna back up. Get ready to initiate a really good charge next turn. All right, now let's start rolling up on him. Five to 8. Well, let's hope it's more like 8 than 5. I could have moved around a little bit better there. All right. It's pressuring us, but we can obviously relocate him a little bit. Doesn't seem very good. Like, there's not a great swap available here. This is destruction. The swap runs off of chaos and creation. So we may as well go and hit that. And then I think I will swap him and him. And then we'll just bludgeon the shit out of this guy. Okay, Ryder is in a great position to just do some damage there. Alright, and their only big stack is locked in combat with the turtles, which unfortunately did not guarantee as much victory as I was hoping. I was kind of hoping for some more. I guess I spent all my destruction, didn't I? All right, 3 charges of aggression. Still not quite sufficient for my my intent there. The Ethtra seemed fantastic, though. A really fast-moving, very powerful ranged unit. And I think when we were looking at them, it looked like they can take a punch as well. They seem like all-around fantastic units. I can get plus 10 initiative on everybody, or we can gain plus 1 damage. These plus damage things, like, I think they're a little bit less impressive with this army than they were with the Aurelian armies, because we're not running a lot of those, like, 50 stack troops. I kind of think I'd rather have the 10 initiative. A mace that's like pretty fine. Yeah, we'll just take the gold. Okay. We can take out the settlement, it looks like. Although next turn, obviously. Without necessarily having to deal with the humans there. Let me actually do that real quick. Oh, not pillage trading post, sorry. Attack the settlement structure. As the Rana forces drew near the settlement, many humans fled in panic, abandoning their homes and their safety. And that caused the number of units in the battle to magnify. This was a really easy one until that happened. Withdraw. Hold on. Let me go ahead and pull my reinforcements then, if it's going to be like that. All right. Let's make sure everybody's upgraded except for these poor suckers. And who do we want to bring with us? Because we can't afford to grab everybody. We definitely want the rest of the Ethdraw. Turtles. Turtles is good. We can wait for a turn. I'm not going to get a huge amount of income here. I guess we could sell some stuff on the exchange. Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, let me... Where is that? Okay, that's just down the hill. This portal... This color of blue... Yeah, I think that might be this portal. I think Dr. Marjata is headed our way, probably. Alright, well, like I said, let me fall back to my reinforcements. And you really do need to leave this turn, so let's buy what we can. I mean... More Ethdraw is always going to be phenomenal. We can sell some wood, that's for sure. And probably some of this stuff. Alright, another 3,000 gold worth of troops. Is it just the crawlers? I mean, protectors are very powerful. But so are crawlers, especially against magical troops. Yeah, and then you need to set out immediately. Oh, okay. He's not going to the portal anyway. Or maybe he is now? Okay, you can make it all the way back here to rebuff. And then while you are rebuffing, we will just deliver troops. So, I definitely want to give you these. What do we want to drop? We can drop the riders for the moment to grab the crawlers. These stack up nicely. And I'd probably trade out the 5 guards for the 4 Chaloon. That's looking like a much healthier army. And I guess with that, you don't necessarily need to head back. Let me hit this bubbling bog, and then I'll head back. Okay. For whatever reason, he is not interested in coming through the portal. Because the thing is, I am planning on building a rallying point here, a spawning pool. So we won't need the ferry so much. And that makes me unsure exactly what Pacha's role is going to be for the next little bit. Do we know where this green one goes? Okay, it goes to a place that I had not actually explored yet. I don't think we need basic shamans as much as we need like a large amount of money, but also Glimmerweave. Yeah, okay, just like a bunch of free stuff up here. And we'll come back and clear out the soldiers and get access to these spires later. Okay, this should be fairly straightforward. We don't necessarily want to start anybody adjacent to the wall there. Oh boy. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of upfront forward type units. I guess that's kind of a good thing in terms of, you know, a very bottlenecky battle like this. Do I want to go for this thing or do I want to pop up back here? Because like it might make more sense for us to kill the ballista with magic or something. And also, I'm not 100% sure that he can actually hit that. I think we can. All right, with you being a little bit lower damage, we'll have you do that. If I now run forward... Yeah, that thing will go after the burrowers, so it'll be fine. We don't need to worry about that. Yeah, I guess let's just strip some life off of these guys. It is a shame that they started just outside of my deadly range. I should have put the big stack of Ethdraw here. Yeah, all right. Little bit of a miscalculation on my part. Okay. Well, those are pretty well under control. These guys are into melee attacks. Yeah, it's a little awkward to use the riders to run forward and attack these rats, because it puts me in position to be attackable by these guys. But I can't go through the burrower's space even when it's not actually in the space. If I had thought about that, I would have moved first. Yeah, because that has to be open for it to run through. Okay, how many? You have 14 health, so putting mines in front of you would not be like the most powerful thing. Okay, he went after the turtle anyway. Well, I appreciate that. 18 damage to target troop doesn't really sound like the thing. I'm debating whether I want to attack and endure the counterattack here. I don't really want to lose all my Chaloon. But I guess like the whole point of this is that we're gonna have recruitment stuff available here after this battle is over. Alright, let's nuke your defenses. I was really hoping that was going to be enough to just kill the stack. Okay. There we go. Probably a little sloppy, and I definitely made some like tactical errors. It only costs 1 point of movement to do the burrow. So you want to like walk the thing off into the corner first. Or depending on whether you're confident that your burrow will work out. If it seems like it might not, it's probably better to just like run forward so that when you have to try to move the old-fashioned way, the turn after, you are as close as possible. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can just test some portals. An ancient blade, which is +9 offense. I don't know. I don't think we're going to use that. Okay, no sight of that other wielder. Where does this one go? This one goes to a place that is presumably gonna have a lot of their wielders in it. Do I want to run forward and try to steal their gold mine? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna teleport back. I'm definitely worried that attempting to steal the gold mine would just get me killed. Alright, well there he is. Scholars, toxicologists. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's upgraded already and everything. It's just like the downside is that it's just not a useful building. Okay. The tower is upgraded. I think what we probably want to do here is just go into wielder defense. Once the spawning pool is done, we have a nice big stack of gold here. We can just rush a bunch of recruits and be in really good shape, but we need to survive for one more turn there. Is he gonna attack us? Nope, he's gonna kill those guys though. And apparently gain a level. Okay, so we have a bunch of money. Let's fill up the second slot of Ethdraw. Let's fill up the turtles. Let's, yeah, do that. Okay. We don't have a place to recruit riders from yet, which is a little awkward. This is looking fairer now. He touched a building of ours, so I guess we get more precise information on his setup. All right, let me, first of all, sell. I may as well get to actually fill this. And then we only have 1,100 gold left, even with all the selling. So, like, dumping the 8 Ravagers for something else is really not on the table. Which is to say, I think this is about as good as this army's getting, so maybe we just jump him now. I don't love a fair fight, obviously, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to do the thing. But you know what? We are at the hour here. I think for the moment, what I'll do is just call it. I'll just say that's gonna be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We have made a stab forward into the march here. We've captured a couple of settlements. One of them pretty strategically important, it seems like. Good place to rebuild armies right on the this like nexus of portals. But come back next time to see if we can survive our aggression, because this army is looking a little bit concerning, and that guy probably has some pretty powerful magic. Come back to see if we survive, and we'll see you then.